Hey, my name is PolishLynx, welcome to Lucid9, and to be honest, I'm running out of saving slots, because only 3 left, and there's nothing more, so that means I will have to overwrite other ones. Terrible, I know, but, well, we have to get through this somehow, this way, so... Lucid9, let's go. All tension leaves my body, I can vaguely feel myself slumping on the subway bench, neck uncomfortably stretched to accommodate the wave of my head. My Mr. Yota, my mentor, my friend, and the sea killer. Probably. You're different today, Yama. What's bothering you? Back then, I should have seen it. Because why hadn't anyone else noticed? Why was Mr. Yota the only one who thought something had happened last night? Whew, me? I'm pretty much a free bird after a verified curfew. I'd had my suspicions. I know that there was something odd about him, but I didn't want there to be. I wanted to wave it away. I wanted to trust Mr. Yota. I wanted just one person who would understand everything and stay on my side. Well, there's no explicit rule that is saying that I can't use the confidential databases. I'm pretty sure that there is. Nope, I may be faculty, but I'm not a teacher. It's only stated that teachers have to request special permission. I checked the loopholes. Right, you know how the entry student application to academy requires a psychological analysis by qualified physician, yes? Yeah, another second measure, isn't it? Let me read this and see what you think. He knew about my lapses, not because I told him, but because he had access to the psychological overviews of each student. He would have known each of the victims. Maybe they were assigned to this counseling care just like I was. Yeah, I hate computers, but we'd all be dead without them. You know what was great? My desktop up here. Man, that was great. Stable, awesome, and a killer world of the fun. You guys don't know how satisfying it is to hear your computer work to keep itself cool. That's kind of weird. No casual user has desktops anymore. Oh, and icon phones. Man, phones those days break if you breathe on them. Wrong. Icon phones. They could probably survive a nuclear blast. There we go. Final working. And he knew about computers. Not an avid follower of electronics. Not enough to know about wheat, but enough to know about phone batteries. Instead of attention, the teacher's convinced that I need a more permanent solution. Like death. I can't help you with that. Hey, I can. What? So, how's the apartment? Still in one piece mostly. Good to hear. And Phil? Phil. The little houseplant, the one I placed on your shelf. Your memory sucks more than mine, kid. Whoa, how do you have this much free time? Life as a Terminator just well, isn't it? Like die-cut pieces of a complex puzzle, all the facts and memories line up in perfect succession. The killer is Mr. Yota. Probably. Now I know it with certainty. Intrinsically, just like I know I can sit on a chair and it will support my weight, or I can walk under a bridge and it won't fall on top of me. I just don't know what to do next. Should there be sense of triumph, a miniature party in the back of my head, giving me a cookie of successfully finding out the killer? Something keeping me going, something propelling me to the next step. I know the identity of the killer. Shouldn't I report this? But to whom? I'm on the run from the police, who may or may not be corrupt. I can hardly show my face at school, and if I called Mr. Yota, well, that simply wouldn't do anything. For the most part, it feels like I should just give up. There is nothing further to head to, no way out of the conundrum I've walked myself into. This situation requires me to be clever, more clever than I can be. I want to think myself out, find some magical solution, but sometimes it's just not there. Reaching into an empty bag and expecting a handful of gold. Then, is this it? Of course not. Ah, someone's calling me. Maybe I'll pick it up, and on the other end, I'll hear the cold dead voice of Rui's parents saying quietly that Rui has been found, but as a bleeding, mutilated lump of flesh and bone. Maybe I'll drop my phone, and this time, it will shatter completely, crush to pieces, like the fragments of sanity stringing me together. Or maybe it's a tracking call from Lemnisate, a beat from the police that I'll be stupid enough to pick up. What? The phone number unknown. The risk high. If I answer it and it is from the police, I'll be caught in the blink of an eye. Rui will die. Ryota will run free. Ooh. Okay, I feel the pressure at the moment. But if I don't, what then? I'll be left alone to fend for myself, and somehow I'll have to extract Rui safely and catch Ryota and somehow stay alive. Is it even possible, or do I need help, no matter how much I despise it? Alright. Let's do it. Answer the phone. No, I have to pick this up. Voicing Ryota by myself will only result in getting both Rui and me killed. With shaking fingers, I answer the call. Hello? Yama Ishimoto, I need you to listen carefully. This is my personal phone. It cannot be tracked. The number you have been contacting until now has been my work phone. I need to hang up now. Surely they tracked my number, narrowing down the district and block and even the last millimeter. But I only clashed the phone tighter. The walls that I've built up, struggling to keep a full hold on my bones, are starting to crumble. The police are in the midst of a manhunt for a person. They sincerely believe that you are the killer, and you need me to turn myself in. I need you to stay out of sight and give me time. What? Is this some kind of next level bait? I understand. Don't get caught, Ishimoto. Any time you might give me is time we may dedicate to catching the true killer. But you said you were the only suspect I could trust to avoid the police for the necessary amount of time. I fall into silence at this, the magnitude of her statement only growing the more I ponder it. You saw me at the apartments and were warning me? You hardly were inconspicuous. So, if you happen to possess any previously unknown information regarding the identity of the killer, now would be a wonderful time to state as such. It could be a trap. It could still be a trap. But I don't think it is. The killer is Ryota, the foreign manager and counselor of the academy. Silence falls momentarily on the other end of the phone. I can practically see Shigure's grip tighten. What? How do you come to know this? Shigure, did you get any recent disappearance reports? 3 actually. I need help. Shigure, help. My voice cracks and I hate it. Hate feeling vulnerable. Hate feeling open, but I don't have a choice. Shigure falls silent for a long moment, and just when I'm beginning to think that she's going up, she speaks. Will you leave within the next 5 minutes? Her voice is slow and steady, softening my frost nerves. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm not injured. Then, the urgency. Rui disappeared. I work to speak, but my throat's gone dry. After a moment of silence, Shigure continues. You presume she's with the killer? He must have taken her. I have no time to question you, Ishimoto, so I'll ask you this and this only. Are you absolutely certain that the culprit is Ryota? Yeah. I say it without hesitation. It appears to catch her off guard. Very well, I shall send forces to the academy under the reasoning that you may be hiding there. We may be able to find where he's holding Rui. That's it. She just takes my word as law. Thanks. In the meantime, stay out of sight and out of mind. Do you understand? But Ryota would see the police coming. He wouldn't stand still. He would escape immediately after killing Rui. Actually, I'm planning on contacting him. For what purpose? I need to meet with him, to buy some time, otherwise. Shigure violently explodes into strident screams that I'd never heard from her before. You gullible imbecile! You moronic excuse for what are you even thinking? I'm taken aback by her sudden flare of passion, but my surprise is quickly replaced by indignance. At least I'm telling you now, aren't I? Oh yeah, when it was nearly too late and I would have called a corpse. Simply put, Ishimoto, you haven't told me anything. Why would you not speak to me if you knew the identity of the killer? A very real bolt of anger lances through me. Why? Because I just figured it out, because somehow at the end of my rope I found something to cling onto. But I can't tell her that. If I say that I just figured it out, she might change her mind. She might need the reasoning. Who would trust a teenager who just figured out the supposed identity of a serial killer? I had a good reason for doing so. Oh good, do enlighten me. What, you just can't believe me? Need to throw some more tests and a little run in District 6? Hell, was that investigation in the school just an goose chase? A fun little game to see how the kids at the academy plans? What are you saying, Ishimoto? You're right, I guess even when I was figuring out who the killer was, I didn't call you. I didn't ask for your help, because I knew what you would say. You'd poke holes at me. You'd say that my reasoning didn't make any sense. You'd need empirical evidence. I knew that you wouldn't have believed me. You never even needed me as your assistant in the first place. Cold silence descends. I wouldn't have believed you. And then something happened. Something that I would have thought to be impossible. Shigure's voice cracks. But you didn't even try. I would have believed you. I would. If you just trusted me, if you just... She falters for a moment, then seems to recover, her voice straightening. Ishimoto, regardless of my previous insinuations, I need you to know something. I do not tolerate the idiocy of the average ingenious denizen, much less let them become my personal assistant. You have repeatedly proven yourself through your rational dedications, your level-headed procedures, and your propensity to attack problems from unusual angles. Your input is invaluable. Despite our clear disparity in experience, you have taught me several valuable lessons. Do you wish to know why I pulled your accomplices into the investigation rather than opting for a police unit? Simply put, my permissions in the case were barred from the academy. All information I was given was second-hand, and thus easily corruptible. However, I was impressed by how you and your accomplices work wholeheartedly. Yama Ishimoto, I have faith in you. Her words pierced through me. I'm frozen to the ground in shock, wordlessly opening and closing my mouth. Shigure believes in me. I don't even know how to react. But after that meeting with Natsuki... Fired you? That was for your own benefit, you imbecile? Or are you right to... never mind. This familiar type of response rings a chuckle out of me, but my mind is still racing. I have faith in you. Those simple little words. Words that tell me that I can do something. That acknowledge my efforts. That tell me it's okay, you'll do the right thing. In the distance I catch the faint glimmer of the approaching subway, hailed by the distant echo of the announcer's voice. Sudden clarity breaks into my mind. It's as if every disjointed piece just fell into place. I know what to do. Thanks, Shigure. I get to my feet as the subway grins to a halt before me, but Shigure's voice comes harshly in my earpiece. Yama, listen carefully. We are en route, but there are powerful forces behind this case that remain very much hostile. It will take time to arrive, you understand this? I do, I'll get you time. I'm extremely uneasy at the thought of sending a civilian into the presence of a known serial killer, but if you honestly believe you can prevent a death tonight, I shall not stop you. I think I can. Oh well, that sounds convincing. I probably can. I suppose that is the best I can ask for. I wish that you might wait until I could convey a firearm to you, but not possible with the current time frame. I have to go now. Neither of us mentioned that it would also be extremely illegal. Understood. Best of luck, Ishimoto. One sec. Stay on call. I punch Ryota's contact and send the phone on speaker, waiting patiently. Shigure apparently understands, not a word crosses her lips. Finally, a neutral tone indicates that Ryota's picked up. Hello? Hearing his voice makes me freeze. This voice that comforted me, guided me, made me laugh, in the end, it left me, just like everything else. I quickly shake myself, trying to master my words. He's an enemy now, a stranger, feign ignorance, maybe I can still grab an advantage. Hey, Mr. Ryota. Hey, kid! That's when I realized that something is terribly wrong. It's some ungodly hour in the morning, and yet he picked up immediately, and he sounds wide awake. Almost as if he's been preparing for this moment. Mr. Ryota. Say, you have great timing? I was wondering if we could meet up. I know that it's like some crazy hour or another, but I have something pretty important to tell you. It has to do with, you know, your lapses. Is that really it? Is that why he's up? I can't bring myself to believe that. Mr. Ryota, I was just... But before I can add anything more, Ryota's phone buzzes angrily in the background. He pauses for a moment. Sorry, Kate, just let me take this call really quick. And he suddenly mutes. Fingers shaking, I also mute my end, switching to Shigure's call. Did you hear all that? Quite clearly. Ishimoto, about the call Ryota I just received, I'm uneasy that it might perhaps... But that's when I hear Ryota's voice, and I quickly switch back to his call and unmute. Thankfully, Shigure immediately falls silent. Mr. Ryota? Mr. Ryota, did you find anything about... Nice try, you almost spent me. Hang up that call with the police first, then we'll talk. Almost dropped the phone, a bolt of panic lancing straight into my chest. So someone is observing us. He knows. How could he? Hurry up, boy, I don't have all day. I shakily mute and switch the call. I expect Shigure to burst in anger, but she only seems resigned. It is as I surmised. all. That or? She trails off, as if the thought is too terrible to comprehend. Ishimoto, knowing this new risk, are you still determined to enter the school? Yeah, I have to. I can't let Rui go without fight. I shall bring in it. Give us as much time as you possibly can. I will. And Ishimoto, given a choice between a stupid option and a stupid option, which would you pick? The less stupid one. Wrong! You must pick neither and wait. Please, Ishimoto, you wouldn't enter the lottery nor borrow from a loan shark in order to buy a house, no? It is best to wait and save. Do you understand? What? Just remember this. And she hangs up, leaving me alone in the subway. I switch back to Ryota's call and unmute. He chuckles slightly. If you just ask the police for help, I wouldn't count on it. You don't know a thing, do you? I know you're the murderer. That's a pretty good start. Murder is such a harsh term. I like to call myself an artist with an E. God damn it. Fucking old geezer. He chuckles again, but this time it comes with a pinch of shrillness that wasn't there before. My foreboding only skyrockets. Just what kind of insanity has he been hiding? So, hang up the call. Now what? Quite simply, the beyond begins. Come to my playboy. I've been setting the stage. This just confirms my fears. For some reason, Ryota's been preparing to kill me. Maybe I'm the next one on his list. No, I can't let this shake me. I have to stay strong. Talk normally, you've done it before. Oh, the false bravado of man love. I know it well. Did I really sound like that? I wonder. It's so terribly stupid. Are you going to answer my question, or are you going to wax more poetry? Poetry is by far the more interesting option, don't you think? Only for people with too much time on their hands. And that is the eternal problem, boy, for the both of us. We each have too much time on our hands. Far too much. Doesn't life just get so dull? Every hour, passing drearily, like a never-ending group project where all you want to do is murder your classmates. That's what life is. How do you ease your boredom, I wonder? Television? Social media? No, you neither. Sleep? Thanks, Shakespeare, but I think my life is my own business. I look forward to stripping the sense of righteous hunger within you, and replacing it with terror. I look forward to trying. I love the ones that fight back. It just makes their descent all the more satisfying. Before I can respond, he plunges his voice gradually rising in pitch. Now, let's set the stage, shall we? I thought you were taking care of that. Oh, don't worry, I'll be taking care of all the props. Do you hear me, boy? Don't bring any extra props. The thought never crossed my mind. Leave your phone and any police toys at the entrance. I'll see it if you try to smuggle something into the theater, understand? Is that it? Not quite. Why are you so hasty to end the call? Am I boring you? Sure, let's go with that. Then I'll get straight to the point. There is a brief moment of silence, punctuated only by the faint tones of Ryota punching numbers in his phone. Then I hear a voice. Yama, don't you dare do anything stupid! Nothing hits me, but it's like all the breath has been sucked out of my lungs. Rui. Stay there! Don't come! Stay there! Don't come! I wordlessly open and close my mouth, desperately searching for words. My mind only runs blank. I'm sure over there wherever it is, but right now I'm the master of Rui's fate. So, you might want to stay on my good side. This is how it's going to happen. You come to the back of the school, you know, the garbage truck road. You're going to dump all your toys, then I'll let you in. How? There's no entrance. Why is that you all say the same thing? Boring! Where there is a will, boy, there is a way. So that's it then. Well actually, I feel like I should tell you this, just out of the kindness of my heart. Rui won't be there, for insurance purposes, I'm sure you understand. My fingers clamp in death grip on my phone. What do you mean, Rui won't be there? Shit, why are you so impatient? Right now, Rui is in the safe hands of a third party, so long as you listen to my words. So, we meet up, have a little chat, and I let Rui go. Everyone gets their happy ending, except the police, who, well, you know, they don't do anything anyway. A beautiful arrangement, no? Speak now or forever hold your peace. I grinned my teeth and forced a long, slow breath. If I go, I won't be able to see Rui with my own eyes. She could be anywhere, even when Shigure comes we won't be able to find her. But am I really in a position to be making demands? Oh fuck. So, do I agree to the terms or do I refuse the terms? God damn it. So much pressure. I seriously feel so much pressure right now. Agree to the terms. Reduce the terms. Well, I guess... Okay, it's not easy, okay? Reasoning for this or this. I must think this through, okay? If I do things. Okay, I know it's... This would be risky, but I saved, so... You know, if I consider it, then this entire order is pointless. I have to take the risk. You know me better than that, I have to see Rui with my own 2 eyes. Who knows, you could be lying, you could kill her before I show up. I'm wounded. Do you think I would do something so cliché? Well, I didn't think you would be serious, but here we are. Forgive me for not taking chances. Fair enough, boy. I'll play along. She'll be here by the time you arrive. I'll even let you see her before you enter the school. That was very oddly agreeable of him. Enough to make me feel as though I walked straight into his setup. Then, boy, is that all? Time passes everyone. Can I get anything more from you right now? The situation still seems grim. Yeah, that was a bit too easy. I'd also like for Rui to be untied. So she can run away. As if you wouldn't be able to chase her down. Heh, playing hard to get, aren't we? Fine, because I'm so very magnanimous, I accept. Would your highness also like a pony? And a new turn stack the odds more in my favor, but I'm not currently in the position of power. If I push too hard, everything could go south. South? Really? Is that a thing you're saying? Because I don't know that term, really. Everything could go south. Maybe. But, well, now that you mentioned that something might get screwed up, basically... Let's accept the terms. No, if I'm honest, there's not a whole lot more I can ask without making the request seem downright ridiculous to Ryota. Jeez, Rui's going to be there. I'm going to see her. The police will know where I am. This is the most I can ask for. Yeah, the back of the school then. I'll give you 15 minutes. I'm coming from the subway station. Then you'd better run. Ta-ta-da. Then that's the last thing he says before he hangs up. Almost blankly, I stand in the middle of the subway platform, phone swinging loosely from the edge of my fingers. Damn, I feel so much pressure right now on myself, really. Then, all of my muscles burst into action and I shoot out of the subway, legs pounding the pavement as fast as I can make them. My lungs start to burn as the cold night air cuts into my throat like knives, but I'm forced to ignore it. Stoplights in the cross sections warn me to stop, but when I see a gap between the incoming cars, I bolt across for my life. Engines roar by and horns belt in full volume. I'm certain that cars slow down their windows, call me crazy, scream that I'm an idiot, swear to call the police on me, but I don't care. They're coming back from a long workday, or from grabbing fast food around the corner, or picking up their kid from martial arts or crime school. Meanwhile, there's a girl hatched in a dark room, alone, her only company, a crazed murderer who takes pleasure in the infliction of long, extended agony. And yet on they go, with fast food and martial arts and crime school. The world blares by in a haze of bright, fluorescent color until I finally grind to a halt at the entrance of the school. My heart feels as though it's slamming into my ribs, bruising itself until it bleeds. I'm forced to stop and lean against the gate, gulping desperately for air. 13 minutes, I only have 2 left. I press my sleeve against the sweat coating my brow, allowing myself time for one more deep breath. Then I sprint around the perimeter of the school, stopping by the shady back area where all the good kids stay clear of. Ground up cigarette butts lie scattered on the floor, and if I squint I can catch the light gleam of empty needles in the grass. Well, maybe this school was a little less tidy than I first thought. As near the trash bin I noticed a long, distinctly human-shaped figure leaning against a solid wall. Fine weather we're having! I expect voice, but I don't expect the instinctive reaction that comes with it. My breath catches and my throat clogs, sending tears straight to my eyes, no matter how hard I try to keep them down. And Ryota steps into the moonlight, lips twisted into a lopsided grin. Out for a little night exercise? I try to speak, but no sound passes my lips. I know what he's doing, I know what this is. A power play. I'm sweaty, tired, disheveled, and likely very sleep deprived. Forcing me to run here only gave him more of an advantage. Should have joined track. Well, actually wearing track, but should have, well, trained in the track as well, and there's nothing I can do about it. No, removal of gadgets, if you may. Wordlessly I reach into my pocket until you remember. You said you'd show me Rui first. He only chuckles at this, not even a chuckle of amusement, it almost sounds giddy. Good, good, you're already learning how to play the game. He turns and points silently at the second floor of the classroom building. Most of it is shrouded in darkness, but just by the window I catch a glint of... You saw, didn't you? So, phone. All I saw was orange hair, it could be a dupe. Naively, Ryota reaches for his phone and taps the screen a few times. He only has to wait a few seconds. Ray, your boyfriend is having some trust issues. Be a dear and look out the window. I stare at the building, forcing myself not to blink, half convinced that if I look away for a split second I'll miss everything. The head of orange hair by the window turns slowly, revealing a distant pale face, muddled slightly by the distortion of the window. But without a doubt, it's Rui. I sigh breathlessly, instinctively something that I can't stop in time. Ryota smiles triumphantly. Phone! I silently hand him my phone. Turn out your pockets, pants and jackets. I do so. You're walking evenly, so I doubt you're carrying anything in your shoes or your underwear. Come in, we've wasted enough time. How? We're at the back of the... But then he touches the wall and part of it slides away and suddenly there's a keypad. He drops a sequence of 6 digits in the keypad, waits, and the wall slides open. It's nothing like one of those mysterious puzzles of ancient architecture in video games, where the whole wall rumbles apart while the ground shakes and dust falls from the ceiling and a magical passage is revealed. Simply put, a door-shaped part of the wall swings open, as if it was just a door painted to look like the wall, except the texture is somehow exactly the same. It's quiet, it's understated, and I would have never guessed in a million years that it was there. Ryota cloaks my shock and only grins in response. Let me tell you something, the janitor has to get in enough somehow to dump this trash. Now, smooth little schools like this, they love to give the illusion that they are perfectly protected, impenetrable walls in every direction, the only gate supervised by a card reader and cameras. But functionally speaking, you think the janitor is going to walk out the gates, all the way around the school, dump, go back all the way around and through the gates? Of course not, that's sheer nonsense. Sheer nonsense. Something on the level of presuming that the janitor took everything to the land of missing socks. I knew that there had to be another way in, and well, it took some searching, but that's how I found this. Why hadn't I thought of something like that? Why did it have to be Ryota? If you're trying to brag, don't expect a red carpet away from me. What I'm trying to tell you, kid, is that even the richest school in all Isamu has a crappy security system. One man outsmarted it, just like this. To be fair, they probably weren't expecting a serial killer to be in their faculty. Sloppy work on their part. Let's go, the night isn't getting any younger, and nor am I. Yeah, old geezer. He turns and slides in the corridor, moving so fluidly that his head stays perfectly even over the ground. I then notice that his careful steps renders him virtually silent, like a predator hunting down a piece of injured prey. It's a simple matter of exiting the building, turning the corner, and entering the classroom complex. He leads me up the stairs to the second floor, the floor where I saw Rui. He pulls open the door, lifting an eyebrow at me, only staring inside the dim gloom, suddenly filled with dread. Everything could be a trap. Rui could have been moved. Shigure could be lying. There are so many moving components to this encounter, so many potential things that could go completely wrong. I turn my gaze to Ryota, who only jerks his head at the door in a distinctly more impatient fashion. Impatience. I file this nugget into the back portion of my mind that's still miraculously working. Then, with one deep breath, I enter the classroom.